Hey everyone, welcome back to more Premier Drafts in Midnight Hunt. Let's get to it. So, as I've been playing, I feel like... So a lot of people think black is the best color and black-blue is the best color combination. I think I'm willing to say that blue is the best color, which of course still means black-blue is the best color combination because black's like the second best. But I think blue just has some versatility that the other doesn't. Curse of Surveillance just doesn't say... Yeah, Curse of Surveillance just doesn't do what it needs to, I feel. This is a really hard pack, because, like, Duel for Dominance is okay removal, Lunarch Veteran is an okay creature, Diagraph Horde is an okay creature. Like, none of the uncommons or rares really speak out to me. Heirloom Mirror, I played with it before. It seems a little bad, it's a big creature at the end. But, keep in mind, it's activated only as a sorcery. You have to, like, you spend several turns, it comes into play tapped. So it's either Curse of Surveillance. But it's like, we don't really need too much card draw, I feel. Lunarch Veteran, Duel for Dominance, or Diagraph Horde are the other three options. I'll go with a Curse of Surveillance, just so I could try it out. Just so I could give it the opportunity. I've never played with this rare. Maybe it is good enough. Maybe just, it is a 5-mana start double drawing. But, And Dreadhound is insane. So, we're not picking the rare. They just took a rare that tells us nothing. But Dreadhound basically says it is worth splashing black. It's that good. Another Duel for Dominance comes around. That means green could be available. And I'm not committed to blue with Curse of Surveillance. It's not exactly the best rare, so... Dreadhound is the best uncommon, probably, though. So... Alright, we could No Way Out just to protect ourselves for whatever color combinations we want to go to, or I think we just kind of figure out what color. Shadow Beast Sighted is now around. With the duels for dominance, that means that green could be really powerful. We would have to get it all back around, which is a bit more unlikely. Beloved Beggar's great. I'm just going to pick Beloved Beggar because it's a great card. I do not know. We have another Sacred Fire. That is 2 Sacred Fires in 3 picks. But we did not get it. And I'm going to go with a Beloved Beggar because it's easier to get white. I do want black, but these are not the black cards I really want to be in. We really don't know what deck we're going for just yet. I'm going to keep myself open until then. Alright. Dawnheart Mentor, a Natural Moonrise. Arrogant Outlaw. Even if we're black, I don't want the Arrogant Outlaw Sora deck. Dawnheart Mentor, again, we don't know what deck we are yet. Dawnheart Mentor is just a good 3-drop that, it almost triggers Coven on its own. And even if it doesn't, it's good as just a little blocker to slow down aggression. And then its Coven ability basically acts as, you always have a combat trick. You always have a combat trick. Which might be worth. Also, I really do not like red. Moongrazer Slash could be good as a removal, but... I'm not sure about red. Timberland Guide could just be a 3-drop. Path to the Festival. I'm thinking this is rotate around, and this is what we're going to have to pick, just to, figure out what color combination we are. But we don't really have a direction right now. And that's the big issue. Oh my gosh. Well, it's been 5 picks, and we're going all 5 colors. Because, yeah, these are all good cards. Dawnheart Mentor and Curse of Surveillance are the 2 weakest of these picks. But we have now seen a really good, deck-defining card in every single color. And I'm keeping myself open. I am keeping myself open. Also, we actually have a perfect curve. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We actually have a perfect curve. We just, can't play this curve whatsoever. It's impossible to splash this deep. Not in this format. Pentacolor 5-color deck, let's go. Third Sacred Fire. Third Sacred Fire. I think Obsessive Astronomer is still good, even without, third Sacred Fire, people. I'm gonna pick it, see if we get a second Sacred Fire coming around. Not so sure about it. Dawnheart Wardens is great. Lambert Harrier is fine. Yeah. Let's go with the multicolor. Let's keep speculating into all these absurdities that we keep getting. Alright, Dawnheart Mentor, another one. I'm going to throw out blue and black for now, because it looks like white's pretty on the table. green spray on the table and red spray on the table. As we're seeing more cards, we're seeing the cards that are being taken away. The Dawnhart Mentor this late says that green is open. And the Sacred Fire came all the way back around, so we might be 3 colors splashing in, using some stuff to splash. Sacred Fire is good. Duel for Dominance is also nice. But yeah, as you said, red looks really open. We know there is a possible 3rd Sacred Fire, which is absolutely insane. Of these options, I think Festival Crasher is actually the pick. Yeah, I think Festival Crasher is actually the pick. We have already 5... Let's see. Oh, only 2 instants or sorceries, but they're both Sacred Fires. Howl of the Hunt I actually do like, but I'm going to grab the 2-drop for now. Alright. Of these options, I can either get a big ol' Ruffian, so it's just a 4-mana 2/5 that becomes a 6/5. Great for blocking, great for aggression. Voldaren Steener, which I do like 1-drops, but I don't think this is a deck that really wants those sort of cards, so we'll go with that for now. Unnatural Moonrise, just to force this tricolor combination. Works great with a Tavern Ruffian. Remember, it's also a buff spell, and it forces colors when I need it. Dryad's Revival helps us if we want to go into the late game, so I'm going to grab that. Yep. Okay, so Faneblade Brigand or Primal Adversary? I think it is the Primal Adversary. These cards are absolutely insane. We might end up pulling out the white. Red-green, it's a Christmas deck. Alright, Primal Adversary is a mythic, and all the adversaries, like a 3-mana 4/3 trample, is great in limited. Add in that it can then turn our lands into more threats, is great. So I think it's Primal Adversary. Faneblade Brigand isn't coming back around. I really wish I could have got the Faneblade Brigand. This could also win games. They both win games is the issue. This is a good card, this is a game-winning card. And it's like... It's rough. I'm going to go with the Primal Adversary, though. Alright, Thermal Alchemist is fine, but I don't think it's where I want to be. Yeah, we only have 4 non-creatures. And not all of them... I'm not sure this is going to make it, sort of thing. Search Party Captain if I want to just stick to the Tri-Splash. If I do this Tri-Slash, I want to be a lot faster. So... yeah, this is a really weird deck. So Burn the Accursed is safe. I think I'm going to go with a safe pick here, because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do the tricolor splash, but I think red-green could work. We just pull out, yeah, 5 white cards. 5 white cards. Oof. Super Captain's nice. This is removal. I'm going to go with the removal. Ardent Elementalist might make it back around. Thermal Alchemist is nice, but I don't think this is the deck that wants it. Alright. 3rd Dawnhart Mentor. That might be a little too much. I think the Timberland Guide and the Festival Crashers can make it back around. It's just a question of, do I want the Timberland Guide? Is 3rd Dawnhart Mentor too much? Is the big question. And also, am I going to pick a Path to the Festival? This is tough. I'm going to go with a Dawnhart Mentor for now, but I could see that being a mistake. Burdenmire, I think, is the... Burdenmire, Bird, the Accursed, Path to the Festival. We are very... I think red-green is a very open color for this. Like, I think this is the right color combination. Direstrain Rampage is really just... This could be my Land Splash, but I think it actually rotates all the way around. I think I grab the Burn the Accursed as another removal, and I'm going to hopefully get Direstrain Rampage all the way back around, is my hope. Alright. Either 3rd Burn the Accursed, 1st Duel for Dominance. Here's the question. Are my creatures big enough for Duel for Dominance to make sets? Faneblade Brigand? Primal Adversary? Not all of them are, but enough are that I think the Duel for Dominance might be the play here. Might be the pick. That being said, yeah, 3rd Burn the Accursed sounds great. We do have several Thieves that want to get Coven, and the +1/+1 counters will matter, so... Alright. I think we actually... So the problem is we're not getting much early game creatures right now. So I'm going to grab the Silverbolt, and we might end up having to be like a more controlling version of the deck, which sounds really weird, but... Alright, Broodweaver or Tireless Hauler? I think it's Broodweaver because the reach is really important in this color combination. And we're not like running a Plummet or anything of that nature. And Broodweaver's just a nice card, a 4-mana 2/4. Good enough. Alright. Dawnheart Rejuvenator could help us with this more controlling, because we're a more controlling version of this 3-color deck. Rejuvenator might be a good play. Otherwise, Festival Crasher gives us another 2-drop. And I just don't think Festival Crasher is where we want to be with this deck. We have enough 3-drops, so we're not picking the Infiltrator. How did we rotate that all the way back around? This card wins games. How did we rotate that all the way back around? Well, our colors are open. Mystic Skull, Candlelit Cavalry, Thermo Alchemist. I'm grabbing the Mystic Skull. Help us with our color splashing. Could just be a big creature later. I need the 2-drops, but I also want the path. But I think we might just be pulling out the white. So this is the big question. All 3 of these cards are great. Yeah, I think we're pulling out the white. Immolate can be a kill spell. Alright. Pull out the whites. We still have 21 cards, and it's a good deck. We now have another win condition. A full play set of Dawnheart Mentors if we want it. But this card's insane. Yeah. I don't think there's really any question here. Now all it is we need to get enough 2-drops to get ourselves early game. We probably pull out the Mystic Skull for that. And we probably pull out the Bounding Wolf, is my guess. Yep. So yeah, we're definitely picking the Huntmaster. I think I want the Lunar Frenzy to rotate back around. But this card wins games. Storm the Festival. Can that work in this deck? So if it's not Storm the Festival, it's Thermo Alchemist or Mai of the Old Ways. We have 5 instant sorceries in total, so I don't think it's Thermo Alchemist. We do have some good, I'm gonna pick the Storm the Festival. I'm gonna throw on the sideboard though. I'm not sure if it's gonna work for this deck. Rise of the Ants or Unnatural Growth or Eccentric Farmer. I could Unnatural Growth. That could be grabbed with Storm the Festival. We go mostly green. We are already 57% green. Wins games. Wins games when played. When you can play this, it wins games. The thing is, it's basically 7 mana because of how much green is reinforced. We'll try it. Is this card not as good as I think it is? Like, every time I play against this card, they attack with 2 mana open and you can't block because you just die. And then you Nightbound it and you just can't, and you just attack with all and win. Alright, Snarling Wolf. It is a 1-drop. It gives us some early game. It has mana sinks. No. We grab the Pestilent Wolf. We need our 2-mana creatures. Festival Crasher doesn't seem like it's going to be good. But just another Storm the Festival to grab another natural growth. Like, if I ever Storm the Festival into a natural growth, like, my opponent's just gonna rare super green into rare super green. Alright. Silverbolt, Harvest Hide Sentry. 1, 2, 3. I need the Harvest Hide Sentry. I need more 2-drops. Village Watch is obviously great, wins games, but like we have enough game-winning cards. I just need 2-drops. I need to have my curve actually land. Alright, I'm picking the Steiner because, as I said, I just need my curve to land right now. Well, full play set of Dawnhart Mentors. We're about to see if that card's good or not. Might have the Old Ways. Probably not making it to the final deck, but we're happy there. Eccentric Farmers, just a good card. Mystic Skulls getting pulled. Festival Crashers getting pulled. Timberland Guide gives us another 2-drop. Rejuvenator is probably getting pulled. Yep. Yeah, Raise, maybe if I go super aggro. Maybe if this deck supports super aggro. I really don't think it does, so... Stolen Vitality. Not this deck. Alright, well. We were really wandering in circles. But now we're here. We have 5 cards to cut. One will probably be a land. I think I cut the Unnatural Growth because, like, I already win with these cards. Like, Tavern Ruffian could go. Dryad's Revival could go. One, two, three, four. Might have the Old Ways could probably go. Voldaren Steiner could go. And I think we just figure out which of these cards I actually want to bring back. So, looking at our curve, we have mostly green. So we can go, like... So for our lands, we could actually go, like, heavy green and light red. It's just a question of, do I want to Storm the Festival or the Unnatural Growth? Can I afford to put in both? If I do, what gets cut? So let's see. We have the Flamelade Brigands, the Burn the Accursids. If I remove the Unnatural Moonrise, I don't even want to play in the early game. So if I remove that, grab Unnatural Growth and Storm the Festival, and then I remove a land. Alright, we're going to try something a little reckless. So we have Storm the Festival. I got some insane cards, but, like, note, this card costs 4 green, and I'm a 2-color deck. So basically, the reason I took out the Immolation is because I want to focus myself 75% green. I do not need a red land until turn 4 with Flameblade Brigand. I do not need a red land until turn 4 with Flameblade, turn 5 with Burning Accursed, maybe a combat trick with Unnatural Moonrise. That's where I need my red land. I have an Eccentric Farmer to help me find it. That way I could go 11-5. So I have far fewer mountains, but I only need 1 mountain. I need 3 to 4 green. So it's a bit risky. This is a curve that's gonna be threatening. It's like a Grull Storm. Grull Green Storm. Whew. Seems like some insane cards, but it's like, how do I organize the colors? Because I think 5 mountains is good. I think 5 mountains is good enough, because I only need 1 mountain once I get a mountain. Maybe 2 for Flameblade Brigand, but... generally speaking, I think this is good. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red cards, and they're all premium. Unnatural Moonrise basically helps me turn the Flameblade Brigands into absolute monsters, while giving me a draw card. It has flashback, so I can just throw it in my grave and be happy. Storm of the Festival can grab Unnatural Growth, the Fameblade Brigands, the Brood Reavers, the Primal Adversaries. Like, we have 17 creatures. It's going to be a good thing. Even if it grabs lands, like, here's the theme. Even if this card grabs lands, it just helps me for the flashback cost. Its flashback cost is 10, so that's very expensive. And it sucks that Tolvar's Huntmaster costs too much to work with Storm of the Festival. But I think this is going to just, on average, this is 6 mana, play a 3-drop, and a 4-drop. That's good enough for 6 mana. Then it has 10 mana, do it again with flashback. Alright. Really rough color combination. Really had some trouble there, but I think I found my way through. Dawnhart Mentor might be a mistake. Now, with Timberland Guide plus Dawnhart Mentor, we're getting that filled out, but it's like, I need to make sure Coven works constantly. With 16 lands, I might actually want to cut Dawnhart Mentor and go back to 17 lands. If I get too many lands, I get to pump up my creatures. Yeah. I'm going back to 17 lands. -1 Dawnhart Mentor. Get myself a curve that's slightly more consistent. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. I like that. So, 1 Dawnhart Mentor reduced. This is a deck that wants 17 lands. There's enough abilities that cost mana. Pestilent Wolf, Snarling Wolf. Tolvar's Backside has an ability. Flameblade Brighand has an ability. Storm the Festival rewards me for having 10 mana. Like, yeah, we have enough mana sinks that I think this is how we want to do the mana. Whew. So if I get lucky on lands, this deck goes 7 wins. If I get unlucky, this goes 3. So I'm going to assume 5. We're going to hope it for the best. Ashiok, Nightmare Muse. I think you're using the wrong avatar, but I appreciate it nonetheless. And we got our colors perfect. 7-0, I believe. Glad to hear, glad to hear. Yeah, if I get the right lands, this is going to be 7-0. And I got the right lands this time, so we're just missing our 2-drop, though. That is going to cost us. Alright, an Interloper. Could be an issue. So this card does not give me Night if Day-Night has not started yet. Alright, so we're facing an aggressive deck. I'm going to Centric Farmer, just try to draw the land now. So now I could Timberland Guide, Unnatural Moonrise, and attack if I'd like. Or I could... Yeah, so this is where I actually just want more lands because the Dawnhart Mentors are going to keep doing work. I'll play into your trick. Show me. Force your +3/+3. Really? That doesn't seem like the best trick, even. Alright. I think with this, I'm actually gonna play the Dawnhart Mentor. I could do this and hold up, like pretend to hold something up. But I think the Dawnhart Mentor just wants to see play. I don't think I'm going to use Burn the Accursed on the Vampire Interloper, but it is starting to become an issue. Oh, my opponent's stuck on 2 lands. Okay. Maybe I do use it on the Vampire Interloper. Alright, so this gives me Coven. Alright. You've already drawn almost all of my mount. I've already drawn... Yeah, you're correct. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I do not have Coven yet. So I'm actually going to start like this. I'm going to Natural Moonrise this guy. Give myself some damage, and this draws me a card. Awesome. I'm going to Harvest Heights Sentry now. I should be able to kill him before Vampire Interloper does the job, but... Yep. They were stuck on lands. Alright. Hey! Made it to Platinum, everyone. Made it to Platinum. Game back at the old ranks where I used to be. I go first. I have a Pestilent Wolf into a Primal Adversary, into, if I draw lands, Flamebane Brigand. And if they're Fortists, I got a Natural Growth to end it all off. Oh, man. And they mulligan. I'm wondering if my MMR is... Like, I feel like I'm winning a lot of games through just, like, my opponent not doing what they should be doing. The last opponent did not draw lands. This opponent mulligan. I'm wondering if this is, like, a significant issue. That is a scary card to see. But, the thing is, my Primal Adversary provokes the Silverbolt to be used, like, ASAP. Which means the Flamebane Brigands get in easily. And yes, I am playing Primal Adversary into the Silver Bolt, I think. No. I'm playing this because if I draw a land, if I draw like a map, they're kind of at a position where they want to Silver Bolt something, but if they do, it puts them in a... Alright. Never mind, the Eccentric Farmer gave them a good play. I will trade for your Eccentric Farmer. Or I get my free man. Alright, I'm going to play the Primal Adversary because I need to play something. I didn't want to play it because I didn't want them Silver Bolting it and then me to have no land to play, basically. But this forces them to Silver Bolt when they have 4 mana instead of 3 mana, which makes it off curve. I really would like to draw a land. Alright. Awesome. And while this will provoke them to use their Silver Bolts, I'm okay provoking them to use their Silver Bolts. It also would turn it into Night so that the second Flamebane Brigand gets through, which is where it gets insane. Alright, we have 17 lands, so we will get the land drops we need. Unnatural Growth is 2 forests away, so it is quite some distance. An Organ Hoarder means not a Silver Bolt, and that's all I need to hear. Alright. There's no good blocks for them. I think I just... Oh, ooh. I could turn it to Night and hold up the Burn the Accursed. I think I like that. So now it's Night. They really want to Silver Bolt this Eviscerator before it eviscerates them. And I get to hold up a kill spell for whatever they use to respond otherwise. Or just to kill the Organ Hoarder. Yep. Force the Silver Bolt into action. And, like, getting additional mana is a major positive for me. I'm going to kill the Eccentric Farmer, actually. I'll let... The Organ Hoarder can live. It still dies all the same. Alright. So yeah, now if I get my Forest, I can attack with both of these. This one trades with the Organ Hoarder. This one still attacks and doesn't get killed in the process. So if I draw Forest, I'm in a positive spot. Alright. And if I draw a Forest, I have so many devastating plays. Alright. I need to have them play that first, so even though I get blown out here, I get to play the Faneblade into not a Flip the Switch. And as I said, this card can just win games on its own. And if I draw a land, if it's a mountain, Tolvar Huntmaster. If it's a forest, Unnatural Growth. Actually, I think I still want to play the Tolvar's Huntmaster, because I can play this. Wait. Oh, you need 5 cards in your graveyard? Yep. Alright. Really need the land. I think I duel for Dominance to kill the Slogurk before things get worse. Maybe I let it go to Night first, I think. Yep. 1 land. We have 17 lands in our deck. We just need 1, even if it's a mountain. That's it. Alright. Take some damage. Coil Creeper. Okay. Kill Slogurk. Because Slogurk can grow, and it has Trample. So I just want it out of here. And yes, I will be playing Tolvar first, even if I get a Forest, because that plates bodies on board, and then like they can attack next turn, sort of thing. This not getting a land sucks, and given that I have 17 lands in my deck specifically so I can get lands, sucks even more. I just realized if I left my forest open, alright. There we go. Next turn I could leave my lands open if I draw nothing, and use the Eviscerator's ability to pump my human, and my Dawnhart Mentor kill both all creatures involved. Alright. Flashback there, Shadow Beast. That's all cards. Alright. Well, this is still a 6-drop. Still a terrifying card. Takes care of the Shadow Beast. Another target wolf or werewolf you control 5-second creature you don't control. That's how I'm going to kill the flyer. Perfect. So if they drew a land here, they are in big trouble. And we also now have triggers on Dawnhart Mentor, so I could attack with this, use Dawnhart Mentor's trigger to turn it into a 9/9 Trampler. And we can basically blow my opponent out of the water very quickly soon. We just gotta calculate to make sure we don't die in the backswing. They did not play their land. My guess is they just have 2 lands in their hand. Alright. If we're scared of Might of Muramasa, then we block like... Yeah, the only thing that really scares me is Might of Muramasa, so... Okay, hold up. On my back screen, I deal 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have lethal on the back screen as long as I don't die here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. Let's see. There we are. I just don't want to die to a Might of the Old Ways combat trick or something of that nature. Pretty sure we have lethal in the back, crackback, unless they have some card to change that. Alright. So let's see. So the 4/4 blocks this. I give it +3/+3. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm off by 1 point of damage. Another target wolf or werewolf you control fights target creature you don't control. Alright. So if I attack, yeah, they're just going to let it through. So I actually have to do this. So now this flips. This thing can use the I can use the Flame-Baited Eviscerator to kill the Nebelgast. When this thing attacks. Alright, that's fine. My 7/7 could actually block that. If I need to. Alright, which one do I need to block? So I kill that. Block, kill here. Chop, trade, trade. Yep. Don't have enough mana to do it twice. Oh, I could have used this ability. Alright. And we just don't want to get blown out. There we are. And if they're just Shadow Beast sighting again, they lose. Yep. Because I can use this, kill that, and we deal 7, Okay, hold up. We deal 7, 8, 9 damage. Let's see, is there... I'm trying to think if there's a way I could just win the game now. And I don't see it. Impressive. We have one mountain in our deck. We managed to draw all of our other lands. But yeah, just this is why Lock in the Cemetery is bad, because it leaves behind the creature. Alright. Alright, so if I attack with this, I don't see how they block it away that keeps them alive. Or keeps them in a healthy position. If they double block with these, I can pump it up. Yeah, I'm fine with this. There are so many bad ways they can block this. Dawnheart Mentor helps push in for lethal. Alright. So if I turn it into a 9/9, it doesn't help me much. We'll do it like this. Alright. End turn, making sure I flip. Alright. And they got Winterhorn Blessing, which is actually really bad for us. I think if I played that more aggressively, I could have just won the game that turn. I'm not sure, but I think I might have been able to. Yeah, if I just attacked with all, I think I had lethal. Yeah, especially now that we're flipped back, I can now use the Flameblade Eviscerator's ability, give them all +2/+0, and then these two or any of the wolves becomes lethal. So I basically have the equivalent of 4 lethal attackers. They only have 2 blockers still. Alright. So, unfortunately, I do have to block to prevent Might of the Old Ways from killing me. So, that is an issue. Because, yeah, I constantly have to deal with the fact that Might of the Old Ways is a card. That's why these 4/4s are threatening, despite me having enough options otherwise. Alright, so I can attack with all. If they have some sort of response to prevent the lethal, then what would it be? So I have 5. I'd still be able to play Harvesthide Sentry, and they'd have to draw exactly my Muramasa. Alright. So, yep. Well, a natural growth got... So I just want to note there are 5 mountains in this deck and 12 forests. We still managed to draw 3 forests and 4 mountains. But we still did fine even with the natural growth stuck in our hand. Oh, man. We have our lands fixed. Timberland Guide into Eccentric Farmer, into Dawnheart Mentor. Yep, Dawnheart Mentor really makes it... Alright, opponent has taken 1 mulligan. Yeah, what? I wonder if they did something with a hand smoothing algorithm and it's like working backwards? Because the amount of times I've seen mulligans occur is too high. Is opponent Diamond? Yes, our opponent is Diamond rank. Not Mythic rank yet, but Diamond rank. Alright, so you attack now, because this guy has the ability to buff itself. So if they offer the trade, take the trade. Alright. And now I also threaten that if you let it flip to night, it's a positive for me, not you. They took that over the Evolving Wilds. Okay, so they're a 3-color deck. Alright. So if I play... So here's my issue. If I attack with Eccentric Farmer, or if I attack with Snarling Wolf, they block with Eccentric Farmer, it is not a positive trade for me. Because then I will have to buff it. Outland Liberator flips, and that becomes an issue for me. So I think instead I play my Dawnheart either one of these two. Yep. Let's get a land ourselves. And next turn, I will be able to attack with a Snarling Wolf, knowing I have a Timberland guy behind it. Alright. No, I could actually put a counter on the Eccentric Farmer. Alright. So I just need to figure out where I'm putting this +1/+1 counter. If I put it on the Snarling Wolf, it gets through. If I put it on the Eccentric Farmer, I attack. They double block, I kill what I want. I'm gonna see how they respond to this first. Alright. Fine by me. Do I want to kill the Outland Liberator? Yeah, I have... The Outland Liberator is going to die in time. I'm going to kill the Eccentric Farmer. Alright. There we are. Next turn, I could burn the Accursed if I'd like. 2 out of the 5 mountains already. Hey, listen, we were supposed to get 1 of the mountains, possibly 2. We are in a fine position. Alright? That's a powerful card for them to have. Oh well. Yeah, not blocking that. Alright. So I could either Dawnheart Mentor, or I could Mountain, attack, let it flip, and then burn the Accursed, the Outland Liberator, to afterwards. Alright. So I think here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let this happen. They're going to flip. Then they're going to use their Winterhorde Blessing to make one of their creatures bigger. I'm going to respond to that by burning it, using Bird the Accursed on it. So hopefully they make the mistake, buff their Frenzied Trap Breaker, and I get to blow it out with Burn the Accursed. If not, so I want it to be Knight anyways, because that makes my Tolvar's Huntmaster much stronger when I play it next turn. I'm going. I have to go for it. This is not how I want to do it, but it's how I have to. Alright. I was hoping they were going to Winterhorn Blessing, but did not come to fruition. Alright. They turned it back to day. Very intelligent to realize that I wanted it to be night. Nonetheless, Tolvar's Huntmaster is an insane card. An insane card is played on curve. So they could tap it down, and they're still in trouble. They have their Hook Hunt Driver that can attack. If they use all 6 of their mana to pump whatever attacks to give it trample and stuff, I can blow it out for the most part, and then they bring it to night where Tolvar's Huntmaster starts doing its job. It's going to be a tough game when you get all 5 mountains and 0 forests. The thing is, yeah, when I get only mountains, it's definitely going to be a tough game. So they do have the... So I do have to recognize they have a 6 mana +3/+3 pump. So, yep. Expected something like this. They can't pump now. So next turn I could Dawnheart if I'd like. Alright. Keeping it day. Okay. This might just close the game out, because this card's insane. So if they attack with one of the 1/1s, I will block the 1/1 with the Flamebade Brigand, which can then pump, give itself first strike, and kill even through the trample bonus of Dawnhart Mentor. Otherwise, I can play my own Dawnhart Mentor. There's a few... Like, my opponent has put us both in a pickle. And we're both working our way out of said pickle. Alright, so they grabbed the Evolving Wilds, seemingly because they just want to turn it into mana out of their deck more than anything. And this is why Reach is... Why the... what's it called? The Bird Admirer was so important, because it stops cards like that. Hook Cotton Drifters. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I let it flip. And then I have a Burn the Accursed, First Strike Pump, or I have a Fight Pump and a First Strike Pump, depending on how I want to do it. Yep. Yeah. Black is definitely their splash just for cards like Eaten Alive. Do you all want it to be Knight, but don't want the... Okay, so the card that they benefit from being Knights is in their graveyard right now. Bird Admirer, and the other one was this Outland Liberator. Both are in the grave. Meanwhile, I have Tolvar's Pack Leader, insane. Faneblade Eviscerator, insane. So I benefit from Knight significantly more than my opponent right now. So they have to attack, leaving up the mana to use Dawnhart Mentor. Or else they're in big trouble. Alright. Yep. So this is the correct play on from their part. If they buff it, I blow it out. If they don't buff it, they get their 2 damage in, because I can't stop it safely. I cannot safely stop it, yes. Yeah, so the moment they tap a little more mana, I am back in the driver's seat. Alright. Is that enough mana? It is. Do I want Tolvar's Pack Leader, or do I want to Burn the Accursed? I think I want a Pack Leader to get the free kill. We're going to wait to let them try to do the rest of their turn. So they're going to try to move it back to day. Alright, so they gave back a kill spell, so that tells me a lot about what they're trying to do here. Alright. And then, in response, this creature fights this creature. No more flyer for you. They move it back to day. So here's the question. Do I want Dawnhart? Yeah, the board is chock full. What are they flashing back? They are flashing back Winterhorn Blessing is the plan. So I think I actually have to Burn the Accursed, their Root Coil. Oh, no, no, no. Whatever they target with Winterhorn Blessing, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They need 1 more mana to stop the fight spell. Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if they exile this to get their Winterhorn Blessing back, which they want to do, when they try to target something with Winterhorn Blessing, I fight it and kill it. Grafted Identity killing. Oh my god. I think that's a good game. I think that's a good game. I don't have a way to challenge that. Yeah, Grafted Identity is just too insane of a card. Grafted Identity is just, I play it, I win. And so I think they literally just won off of that play. Because now they have the A8 tool. They took my pack leader, the card that was winning me the game. They didn't just destroy it, kill it. They took it from me. And then they bring their creature back that I just killed. Yep, I think that decides the game. Yeah. So yeah, they took my win condition. I did not draw the land, so I could double up on my win condition. Issue over issue over issue. Yep. Alright, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to clog the board and hope they start making mistakes. Because that's all I can really do. Because, yeah, they have an... That's 2 Eaten Alives, 2 Diagraph Hordes. The Grafted Identity is an insane card, alright? Like, it's game-changingly good. Anything over a 4/4 is pretty large, yeah. And they now realize that if they just attack with all, they have lethal. So they figured it out. Yep. Math is for blockers. Swimming with all. Alright. So unfortunately, if that becomes a 10-10, I need to block this with enough to kill it if it becomes a 10-10. Yeah, I think they literally just turn that into a 10-10 and I lose the game. Because I can't think of a way I block 6 damage from this and still block enough that I don't take lethal myself. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I'm not dead on this attack right here, I'm dead off the next attack. Oh, they have lethal if they see it. They already have lethal if they see it. It's the Organ Hoarder all the way to the left. They pump that up, and it gets in for 6 damage. They missed lethal. I mean, they technically missed lethal, but, like, what next? Look at... Yeah. Stealing my creature just basically ended the game. I can't even play the Unnatural Growth still. That's funny. There's nothing I could play to prevent them from swinging in next turn, so I'm just letting it go off. But yeah, that Grafted Identity ended the game. We got to a board stall, which was going to become net positive for me, and they took the card that made it net positive. I'm going to play with the Natural Growth. Maybe it's time to replace the Unnatural Growth? The Dawnhart Mentor hasn't even been looking that good. I don't think there's really much I'd want to replace it with. But yeah, I can't really think of much I would want to replace the Unnatural Growth with. Maybe just another... Like, the Dawnhart Mentors have not been performing well enough for me to want to put a 4th one in. So... you know... Our lands have been a little weird, a little wonky. I'm not... I could still get it with Storm the Festival. Otherwise, I'm like putting in a red card like Immolate, and then suddenly I have the issue of now I have a really low cost red card in this deck that doesn't want more than 1 or 2 red. So, like, I do like the idea. It is worth noting with how impossibly it has been to play this unnatural growth. I do recognize the desire, and I do accept it. Like, I think it's not a bad idea. I just don't, like... We already have 3 Dawnheart Mentors. We're having troubles triggering the first. Like, we'd put in a Bounding Wolf, maybe. I don't really want to put a Bounding Wolf on this deck. Alright. So, Bird Admirer is our first play, but we have a lot of options. Whew. So, Bird Admirer is our first play, but if we get another land, we have Faneblade, Brickhand, we have Brood Reaver. Like, we're in a good spot if we make it. And our opponents keep mulliganing. Okay, so there's a scary thing. This person's in Bronze, which you might think, oh, easy game. They're a lower level player. What does it take? What kind of deck does it take to be here when you're in Bronze? Like, how good is their deck? So, Hovwu may be a greater threat than we imagine. Hey, 2-drop, you're a turn late. Sorry to say it. Alright. Well, they're black-blue, so they're the best color combination. We've already accepted this a long time ago. I have my reach blocker, so all their flyers aren't too much of an issue. They have to be playing a card here. Don't know what card they're playing, but they have to be playing a card here. Alright. Okay. Siphon Insight. So they're going to steal a card from my deck. There are good cards in my deck, so... Oh, that was not a good card. Do I attack? So I'm playing this now, so that I could attack next turn. If they have some sort of double block trick, I can use the +1 attack, and then still Timberland Guide. Otherwise, I have Broodweaver. I could Dawnheart Mentor Timberland Guide next turn. If I get a land, that is. But yeah, we might want to go down to 4 mountains, honestly. We might honestly want to go down to 4 mountains. Firmament Sage. Ooh, they want value from flipping too. Alright. Yeah, there's no way they block. Alright. Well, I'm going to let you be the one that brings it to night. Since you now get value from it, you want to bring it to night as well. So I'm going to let you be the one to do it. Now Harvest High can't attack, so... And even if it can, it would not bode well for them. They would need Olivia's Midnight Ambush. Yep. Are they actually flipping it to night right now? Alright. They're locking into the cemetery to prevent that from blowing them out of the water. Alright. They're not flipping to night. So I could put a +1/+1 counter on Brood Reaver if I want. And therefore I can attack with a 3/5. That's a pretty safe attack. Otherwise, I could put it here. Yeah, I think I make this attack. If they want a block to kill, they have to either lose the Firmament Sage or both other creatures. There's no safe blocks for them. Every block leads to a lethal. Alright. If I draw a land, I threaten Coven. And I still get Storm the Festival. And now this guy becomes... And this is the great thing. Why Locked in the Cemetery doesn't work on Flameblade Brigand. If it becomes Knight, I suddenly have a +2/+0 on all creatures. Notice how I'm flooding the board. Just has to Bat Whisper... Flat? Oh, they needed the Bat Whisper to give it Coven. Okay. I was gonna say that was an ordering mistake, but... doesn't seem to be. Alright. So I like this. I'm going to attack with a Broodweaver again. If they block with a Bat Whisper plus another creature, I can burn the accursed one of them. And blow them out, basically. Alright. Great. Here's another Flameblade Brigand to deal with. And yeah, I don't care about the Bat Whisper. I think I have enough pressure that if they attack in and deal 7, I'll take 7. Drownyard Amalgam. Alright. Well, if I draw a land, I suddenly have the hyper buff. Yep. Alright, so I can attack with Flameblade Brigand, and if they block with a Drownyard, I get a trample over the Drownyard with Dawnheart Mentor. If they don't, I get a Storm the Festival. I mean, let's see, I have 6, so I can turn it into... Wait a minute. Let's see, if I kill this... So I could burn the Accursed to kill both. I don't think that's necessary. Yeah, I'll kill the Amalgam. And now I become a monster. Have fun getting through this. You do have a lot of cards. But I'd say I have board. And there's not really any good blocks for you, as far as I can tell. I see. I'm going to attack with these 3, and then I have the Burn the Accursed, of course, to help combat trick him. And this obviously threatens lethal along the way. Alright, so he's blocking there. I'm happy. So I could burn the Accursed that, and that's really what matters. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can pump this up while still burning the Accursed, which is perfect. This is so far like the perfect blocks. Alright. Alright. Look at that. Forget about first strike. Did you? Like, they literally just threw their creatures in front of a first striking death trap. I think they're literally doing this to try to both get creatures on the field, but also to just trigger that to... Oh, also they turn it to day to prevent my blowout. So if they block with both, I just use the +1 kill. You know, like I have good positions. Alright. Yeah, did that wrong. Oh well. And now I'm a monster. I was supposed to do the Storm of the Festival first to get myself the natural growth, but yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm actually 1 mana away from doing that again. But I got the unnatural growth out. Didn't play it naturally, but I got the unnatural growth out. Alright. Good for them. Yeah, this thing's just gonna attack, and I think that just gives me lethal. Yep. Now they see, oh, wait, I'm not allowed to attack right now, am I? See, I could play the Silverbolt, shoot the Hobbleed zombie. But then I can't super pump. Or I can attack with all. I can +6 turn this into a 6/9. Well, I don't know what they're holding, so I'm gonna just play the Silverbolts and wait, and kind of wait. So they have something. Yep. That's why I didn't pump it first. Because I knew they had something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No attacks. I get play this, hold up the Silverbolts. They're going to use the larder zombie to start looting through their deck, but then I have... They did not loot through their deck. That was a mistake on their part. If they're about to end the turn to get the draw from Firmament Sage, I just shoot the Firmament Sage. Alright. I'm going to kill the Death Fetcher. And so let's see, if I could turn this... I could turn this into 12 attack and trample, so... Alright. Yeah. Alright, so I use that. Turn it as big as freaking possible. Attack them with a 14/14 trample first striker. They have to put a lot of health in front of it. So yeah, they need to put at least 6 health in front of it. So both their lardy zombies would die and they'd be left at 1. And they'd have to draw an answer next turn. It's hard. MTG Pack. Is this like a sponsored person? Doesn't change my strategy. We have a Silver Bolt into a Harvesthide Sentry. They took a mulligan. I do have all my late game and not enough lands, but we have a 17. We took a 17 land deck. We have a 1-drop into a 2-drop. And yeah. Yes, MTG employees have a certain name color, yes, but I'm wondering if this is like a... What I'm saying is this might be a big streamer, like a Mythic rank streamer, who is like doing a special theme, and because of that special theme, they decided to go with MTG Pack as the name, and like just basically give themselves a secondary name. That's what I'm saying. Alright. Oof. Well, I mean, the longer this game goes on, the better it is for me. With my current hand. And the fact that they had to mulligan. If they want to attack, they can attack. Well, I got my lands. And guess what? This means that my Storm of the Festival would be playable. I'm going to be burning the Accursed, the Beast, so I'm going to let it swing in here. Without getting blocked. Geist. I mean, I'm killing that one. I have to. The thing is, I can't burn the Accursed because of Malevolent Hermit. Perfect. Well, that's there. I'm gonna burn the Accursed. And the next turn I could Storm the Festival or Tolvar Huntmaster, depending on which one feels better. I like Storm the Festival. And there's no 2-mana counter spells in this format, so not worried about that. Probably should have just played the Tolvars because it is more bodies on board guaranteed. Or at least generally confirmed. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So I'm gonna Fane Blade. Because they are holding up enough for a flip the switch. I want them to flip the switch one of these creatures. Alright. And I did not want to turn any of my lands to creatures. Did the game just freeze? Yeah, the game just froze. They put a trigger on the stack that, like, crashed the client? I'd really like to not lose this game because of the game freezing. Like, yeah, my stream shows that it's still going. It's just MTG Arena is not responding. No, like it specifically says MTGA not responding. So I know it's the game that froze. I could win this game, obviously. I have a kill spell for the Benevolent Geist. Like, I would restart. I do all the time. Alright, close the... I cannot read comments. Timeout used. Okay. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah. So I threaten lethal with this attack, so it forces a play from their part, on their part. Revenge of the Drowned that. Okay. I'm gonna let that get revenged. I think I'm just gonna burn the Accursed, the Benevolent Geist. Well, they're tapped out. Wow. Alright. I have enough in my deck that I'm actually going to decline putting this on the top. And we're going to let flip back today. We still have threats. They do have a good deck. Yeah, last turn they just attacked and left all their mana untapped. Yep. That's fine. That's expected. That's smart. That's intelligent on their part. Alright. Yeah, I'll let you kill with a Malevolent Hermit. Force you to play the creature again. So what I can do is if he plays this as the flying creature, I could attack with Tolvar. After it flips. Okay. Alright, so I can attack with Tolvar, and if they block, I pump and kill. If they don't block, I deal the damage. I could then play this and a Snarling Wolf. I like that. And the thing is, the Flame-Blade Brigand with the +1/+0 is still a threat. Alright, so they Benevolent Geist. And they could still Bramble Armor something. Makes sense. Alright. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. I'm kind of done with Midnight Draft after 3 days. Yep, I only do like 1 draft a day or so usually, so I don't get tired too quickly. Often, I am more likely... How do I say this? It is more common that the draft time ends before I am done playing it. Everyone's taking mulligans, man. Although I played nonstop when it came out. Yeah, that makes sense. That's where it comes in. I've been enjoying it because there's still the color combinations that I haven't used. Like, you know, not using black is quite a unique experience in this draft format. Which explains why other people are getting sick and tired very quickly. Well, Vampire Socialite means we are facing a heavy aggro deck. Alright. I really do not want them to play a 2-mana Vampire. That's the one thing. Okay, we're good. We are good. Everyone, we are happy. Eccentric Farmer is more likely to get killed, is more capable of being killed, but it's a better body. Vampire Socialite can't be blocked anyways. I'm going to Bird Admirer still. I have the land I need, and Bird Admirer, just the bigger butt, makes it harder to kill. Vampire's Night Art. Yep, Vampire Socialite is the premier I'm playing a vampire deck in Limited card, so had to look good. Alright, Ardent Elementalists get to play with fire back. That's perfectly fine by me. Alright, so I can play Harvest Hide Sentry and ready a duel for dominance as they try to play with fire something. I think I like that. Otherwise, it's Eccentric Farmer. Double block, they kill one. Yeah, they don't have the mana. They'll have to play with fire during my turn, which will allow me to duel for dominance. I played the wrong card. I was going to play the Harvest Hide Sentry. And I literally thought I grabbed the Harvest Hide Sentry and pulled out. Instead, I pulled out the Eccentric Farmer. There is value in this play. It is very hard for them to use Play with Fire and get a valuable trade with Vampire Socialite. But that doesn't mean that was a good play. Also, we milled the Unnatural Growth, so we could stop playing for that. Alright. So now I can Harvest Height Sentry. Attack with the Eccentric Farmer. Okay, got it. So I play Harvest Height Sentry. So they'll block with Thermal Alchemist. No blocks. Wow. Impressive restraint on their part. Yep. Force them into a lockdown situation. Immunites Rush. Alright. So this is the safest path. Use it like so. So this forces them to use the Play with Fire to prevent the +1/+1 counter. Oh, wow. They had a lot of kill spells. Yeah, their entire hand was just kill spells. Alright. Well, we forced out all of the kill spells. If I draw a land, Tolvar's Huntmaster comes into play. They can't attack with Ardent Elementalist. Thermal Alchemist is obviously just Thermal Alchemist. Alright. And now I think we lock down the game from here on. Yep. They'll tap to deal damage. And so now they're relying on Thermal Alchemist Play with Fire sort of shenanigans to deal the damage necessary. Which means I just attack with this, let it flip to Knight, fight the Thermal Alchemist, and close out the game there. Is my plan. Unless they get eaten alive, specifically. So they needed specifically a kill spell for that creature. Gee, lands! Exactly what I needed. Alright, we know their last card, but we know that that last card is more burn damage. So... no point in attacking. I want to prevent as much damage as possible, and because of these characters, that means I need 3 up, and none of these creatures are capable of attacking through Thermal Alchemist, so... they Play with Fire in my face, that is the correct move. This is now a race situation, and I do not have the response to a race situation, because they just killed the response to the race situation. Yep, so I have 4 turns, minus whatever removal spells they draw, to get myself an answer to this. Really unfortunate. The Eccentric Farmer play ended up being alright, because there was just so many... they had so many burn spells, but... alright. I need to leave 3 back. So... attack like this. Alright, so Moongrazer's Slash in their hand does threaten lethal. Otherwise, I think we start threatening lethal with my Fameblade Eviscerator. Yep. 7, 8, 9. Does not matter. Alright. Well. Threat counter lethal. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. They have to block a separate creature with all of them. So as long as they don't draw another Moongrazer Slash, we have what it takes. And we're saving the land so we can threaten our own spell, like a Duel for Dominance. Whew! Close games. Close games. And so yeah, if you have a hyper-aggressive deck, Thermal Alchemist is great, because Play with Fire, Neonate's Rush, Moongrazer Slash, all of these cards deal damage to face. And then Thermal Alchemist also deals damage to face, so this becomes your finisher for these aggressive decks. Thing is, they just couldn't piece it all together in time. Whew. Oh my gosh. Alright. We have a 1-drop that can pump to basically act like a 3-drop while we wait for the 4-drops and 5-drops to come online. And we have them... Yeah, this 5 mountain splash has made it so we always get red, if not on time, ahead of time. I'm just going to start applying damage now. It reveals that I do not have a 2-drop, but I think that's okay. Yep. Because here's the thing. They're doing that to keep me off of my 3-mana play, but this actually gives me a 3-mana play when I didn't have one. They just don't realize that. Alright. So this is the deck I went to the proper amount of wins with recently. If I attack and force them, we'll do that next turn. I actually want to protect my Snarling Wolf, so... Yep, Overwhelmed Archivist, Shipwreck Sifters is a great synergy. Wow. I'm going to start by attacking with the Flameblade Brigand. No response. That's good for me. Alright. Another Flameblade for more damage output, or Primal plus Silverbolt? Yeah, I think it's another Faneblade. Yep. And now they tap down to get themselves a cycle. They have had... Every card we've seen, other than Stormrider Spirit, which went straight to the grave, has seemed like an amazing card. So, I do have concerns. Scab Wrangler, yeah. So they have an amazing deck. What 3 do they tap to hold down a Flameblade Brigand? Alright. Are they tapping their entire... Alright. I'm going to attack for 1. I'm not scared. We get the Silverbolt for the Scab Wrangler, because we're going to need it now. Alright. Yeah, so... Can I just state that not... Locked in the Cemetery and Stormrider Spirit have been the only 2 cards that have been, like, really... That could be seen as bad. Alright. We're going to hit next. See if they let me attack with Flameblade. The answer is no. The answer is just how much do they tap. Alright. I'm willing to trade Primal Adversary for Shipwreck Sifters. Or for points of damage with Overwhelmed Archivist. Yep. Yep. So yeah, this opponent just has an amazing deck, and we missed 1 land I think it's going to cost us. I do want to Silverbolt that, of course, but... Alright. Well, they can't attack with a Scab Wrangler. Or, honestly, they can't attack with most creatures. They are out of cards in hand. Head to combat. I really need the land soon, so we're going to play the Eccentric Farmer over killing the Scab Wrangler with Silver Bolts. And of course, we grab the forest. Alright. So that Generous Soul is going to be closing out the game if everything goes their way. The Burn of the Accursed will prevent it from going their way entirely, but the Scab Wrangler is keeping it very much along their way. Luminous Phantom, yeah. The Devoted Graphkeeper is also tapping down my Brood Weaver, so I can't even block with it. So, that's another issue. Yep. They should also be attacked with the Shipwreck Sifters, but they have all the leverage to be defensive. Alright, so I can Timberland Guide and still hold up the Silver Bolt for this by taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage in the air, which is not something I could deal. I just realized, if they tap my Brood Weaver... So I'm letting it switch to their turn so I could go to Knight, so I have a Fanblade Eviscerator, which turns all my guys into greater threats. In response, get the Generous Soul out of here. If they want to tap down now, that's actually a positive for me. We know they cannot have Flip the Switch, but yeah, I've been behind the entire game because of these cards. Yep, now they're attacking the Sifters. I have to block the Snarling Wolf. Yeah, I just... They had an insane deck. They had an insane curve. I don't know how I'm supposed to be playing around that. Like, yeah. Well, hold up. They only have 3 creatures left to tap. One, two, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So as long as I shoot the Scab Wrangler, I think I still have some plays. Force them to tap down now. Yep. Fameblade Brigand can't even get lethal even with a tap down board. I think it's going to attack still, but yeah, it's going to attack still, but not like positively. It's just attacking to get some damage through. Alright. Yep, I think this is going to be game. Like, they play the Hook Hunter, tap down the Eccentric Farmer. Timberland Guide has to block the Shipwreck Sifters. And, you know, we deal with this. If they end up discarding a card with Disturb, which of course they did. Yep. Blue-white is a strong deck. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And my god, I think this person had like the perfect curve. Like, this was the perfect show of how much power that deck can have. Yep. I don't feel bad about that loss. Like, that was... This is why I don't say, This is why, while I want 7 wins, you never say, I'm getting 7 wins. Because you'll face decks like that. Unless you are that deck, you don't assume that you could get 7 wins. Alright. Burnt Biscuit. Timberled Guide to Dawnheart Mentor. Unnatural Moonrise to get some card draw. And perhaps this will be the first game where we play Unnatural Growth naturally. Alright. Well, we have a bear. Bear with the bear. Well, we have another Disturb deck, it looks like. The strength of the Disturb deck is that a lot of the cards are common. Like, Bait Hook Angler is just a 2-mana 2-1 that then has a Disturb synergy. Already a good card. Already good enough to see play. Shipwreck Sifters, if you have a synergy, is insane. Alright. So Shipwreck Sifters isn't as good because, as you saw there, it can miss. But also, because it doesn't have flying, it means it's not a win condition usually. If you're trying to get on the ground, this deck, as you can see here, which is actually ramping into Unnatural Growth, is much better at that. So they could have a bounce spell. I'm going to take the risk. This is sorcery speed, so that's the big flaw. Force the bounce spell, force the flip the switch. Whatever it is they have as a counter, pull it out now. This does play into their flip the switch, but it does not play into their Nebelgast, which is all I need. So now if they Nebelgast, I kills the Nebelgast in the process. Or at the very least, I force them to use their Nebelgast as a trade instead of a plus. Alright, they double block. Why would it block like that? I want to kill the Nebelgast. Alright, killed the Nebelgast bait. As far as I care, that was a 1-for-1. The Unnatural Moonrise is just as good in my grave as it is in play. And I prevented that from stealing my creatures. The flip is target creature. Okay. I'm going to resolve this while I still can. Well, let's see if Unnatural Moonrise is good enough to pull me out. And yeah, we're saving this Burn of the Curse for the Moonrage Brute every time. It's probably going to steal away my 1-1 as a way to get it off the board. So, gotta be ready for that. Oh, in response to them stealing away my 1-1, I could actually shoot it, saving the 1-1, and... Nope. No real attacks for them. Oh, now if I have Unnatural Moonrise, this comes out as a 4-2. Alright. So I can play this. But... Yeah, this is going to be a slow turn, but oh well. I now have a big ol' creature. I have Coven. If they play a card, I'll resume my turn. But yeah, this is one of the... This was a very iffy turn. I just don't want to burn the Moonrage Brute and have that be my entire turn. Hey! Okay, so they Geist Waved my Unnatural Growth. That's smart of them. Hench Toes, thank you very much for following. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Alright. Moonrage Brutes. Tax in. Are they going to have a buff spell to kill my Dawnheart Mentor? Is that the plan? Yeah. But yeah. Thank you very much for coming by. Feel free to ask me any questions you might have. Alright. So now they have the counter spell. Yes. How long have you been playing MTG? So, MTG Arena, I only do free-to-play, but I've been playing Magic the Gathering itself since Kamigawa back, was I in elementary school at that time? I just know we got, like, a 7th edition core set, like, starter sets, back when I was a kid, and I used that to get into, the game, so... Been playing for quite a while. There were times where I came back on, like I missed Shards of Alar. Like, once Planeswalkers came in Lorwyn, I left the game for quite some time, and then I came back to the game. And then I left the game for quite some time, and then I came back to the game, sort of thing. Alright. So they do that. Are they just taking the 1 damage? Is that their plan? They still can't block with anything but Harvest. Perfect. Oh, I don't have Coven anymore. That's why they did it like that. Smart. Wait, hold up. It's Ward, it's pay 3 life. I can accept that. That's why the startle worked, because it prevented me from getting Coven. I was like, why would you startle there? Like, it doesn't help you. Alright. Makes sense. Makes sense. So yeah, I've been playing MTG for quite some time. I do go on and off. MTG Arena, because it's free, has allowed me to do free-to-play a lot. And these free drafts have just been perfectly... No, so here's the thing. It didn't prevent the attack. It didn't prevent this trigger, but prevent me from using this Coven ability. That's what he was preventing. Yeah, no, he did not stop, like, it did not stop the Harvest Sentry from being blockable. But stopped me from buffing this up, which is why I was free to attack, because, the Brutal Cathar was a 3/3, and this is going to become a 4/4. You're the same, on and off. Yep. Alright, I think I just attack with the Harvest Sentry again. If they block the Orban Hoarder, I can Timberland Guide and Brood Weaver. Alternatively, I can Unnatural Growth. Yeah, the Unnatural Growth is just finding a hard time to be played, but they are low on lands, which means I feel I need to leverage that to, like, build up the board, you know? Alright. Let's see. Am I willing to trade the Organ Hoarder for the Harvest Sentry? Or trade the Harvest Sentry for an Organ Hoarder? I'm just trying to figure out what my best play is. I'm just going to play Unnatural Growth. They need a second Geist Wave. I'm going to no-attacks this turn. What kind of game type do you play? Well, obviously, as you can see here, Draft is my favorite style of gameplay. Just everyone pulling from the same set of cards and having to do the best they can with where they're at. That's my favorite style of play. Other than that, mid-range is all... other than that, I sometimes try to make standard decks, because I think standard is interesting. It's just expensive, and sometimes the play patterns could get very consistent. I like mid-range because of that. Because mid-range says, oh, you're aggressive deck? Looks like I have to play control this time. Oh, you're the control deck? Looks like I have to play aggressive this time. It's the adaptation that I enjoy. So despite my unnatural growth, they are not behind. And that's one of the hardships that I have to deal with. So if they tap out, I could Timberland Guide this and Unnatural Moonrise it, gain myself a 10, like a 10-4 trampler. Yeah, I'm not putting that at the top of my library. Alright, so they're basically tapped out. Alright. Do I want to do the natural moonrise play then? Yeah, I like that. It applies pressure. So, I definitely like that. The question is, do I unnatural moonrise or do I blue? I think I brood reaver. Yeah, the only thing that could stop the Harvestside Sentry is Organ Hoarder itself. So, 8-4 coming through. You play EDH, token EDH, Elder Dragon Highlighter, and History Ball. So yeah, with EDH, I have some... EDH is the only physical cards I choose to still own. Because, obviously, EDH is fun. So... yeah, a semi-forced variety, not playing the same deck for many games. That's basically what I do with. Alright. Yeah, the Harvestside Sentry is just doing a lot of work for me right now. Yep, so they have to be... I'm thinking they're holding up Revenge of the Drowned right now. Alright. So if I turn it to night, these go bad for me. But they do not have the mana. They could Fading Hope. I have 6, 7, 8. Okay. So this might not be the best play. So this play goes straight into Fading Hope. But I'm going to use Harvestside Sentry, Dawnheart Mentor, to make Harvestside Sentry a big, scary monster. And when I attack in, they're forced to block. If they have Fading Hope, I get blown out. But if they don't have Fading Hope... Actually, I don't get blown out. Not fully. And that way that flipped over gives me hope. So now they can only block with Gavany, Dawnguard, and Organ Hoarder. And even then, gets through. So now they're at 1 health. Next turn I can basically attack with all, and they need to have enough blockers to stop my Coven triggers. So they can't. Dawnheart Mentor is a good finisher. And that's the main issue, that, like, I have to play as a 3-drop, but it's a finisher card, really. But anyways, hey, Unnatural Growth did its job. It won me the game. Glad to see it. Well, yep, the 5 gig download was just 5 gigs of cosmetics. I believe it. And we draw 2 of our 5 mountains, as always. But we have a 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. Sounds good. Wish I had more force, but that's okay. Keep 7 easy. Alright. Whew. So the question is, if they play a 2-drop... Yep. I don't want Snarling Wolf buffed. I don't want to put the +1/+1 counter on Snarling Wolf. Because I want to spread out my threat. Alright. It's even a Reddit topic of, huh, interesting. All right. Yeah, I'm attacking with both. Perfect. So that tells me they're scared of damage more than they're worried about getting their damage in. With that knowledge, I think we go with Eccentric Farmer. Well, there is 1 mountain left in the deck, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 1 mountain left in the deck. Ah, well played. Well, I play the mountain. 0% chance they block. Alright, so they need to constantly have kill spells for this Morbid Opportunist. I did wipe out their board. Actually, if they just play a creature here, it forces me into a bad spot. Alright, they got a kill spell. Nice on their part. Alright, Well, this Morbid Opportunist is allowing them to get their card draw for all the removal they need to keep fueling the Morbid Opportunist. Yep. So basically, I just need to play creatures big enough that these burn spells are not capable of burning. Brings back Light Up the Night. So if I attack in, they just block with Ardent Elementalist and draw a card. Alright. Dawnheart Mentor. Dawnheart Mentor. Or Pestilent Wolf. This does play more creatures for them to kill, but they're already killing a creature with Light Up the Night if they want. Oof. I did kind of reveal, if they're paying attention, that I do not actually have a pump spell for Morbid Opportunist, but the Dawnheart Mentor just changed the math on that. Oh, people are saying, oh, so in Reddit they're talking about the download. They literally don't know how to do installs, so it just reinstalls the entire client. Oh my gosh. Ew. Oh my gosh. Just look at this engine, guys. Just for a moment, take a look at their engine. They're about to cast Light of the Night for the 3rd time. Do I attack with this? Yeah, I attack with this. Because, yeah, I'm not stopping them from drawing cards, so I have to apply pressure. So, this is me applying pressure. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. So they have a 7... They have an 8 damage kill for Light Up the Night, or a 7 damage to face Light Up the Night. But yeah, think about... Alright. Well, they have a 7/6. Oh, thank goodness. Let's see, if this is a 3/5... 3/5 still doesn't deal with more Behemoth. This is sorcery speed. Okay. I think we actually end the turn because I don't want to play into a defenestrate. If they have a defenestrate, they'll use it now. 2, 3. There it is. Alright. In response, Brood Reaver gets the buff, kills the Morbid Opportunist. Alright, we stopped their card advantage engine. At least there's that. We still have a Moorcup Behemoth to deal with. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are 2 lands away from... Their entire deck is just removal on Morbid Opportunist, I swear. We've literally seen lands, removal, Morbid Opportunist, and ways to get more removal. Falconrift Perforator is the one card that is exception in this. Alright. That becomes big enough. Alright. Kill the Morbid Opportunist. Alright, well, I still made the right choice, nonetheless. Even in a trade, it still draws! Oh my gosh! Even in a trade, it still draws. 4, 5, 6. If I draw a 2-drop... Oh, it has Menace. I was like, but I could still get through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. Well, at least I could force the Light of the Night on the Flameblade Brigand. And yes, I'm pretty sure it forces the Light of the Night on the Flameblade Brigand. Alright. So, Fameblade, Moorcut Behemoth, Falconwrath Perforator. Those are the 3 cards that have not been removal or morbid opportunists. Removal lands and morbid opportunists. 8. Alright, so I can't use Dawnhart Mentor. But they cannot attack with Moorcut Behemoth unless they kill another creature. They do have the Light of the Night to kill that said creature. Yep. Well, Dawnhart Mentor could still block the Flameblade Brigand. Rough days ahead of us. Rough days. Alright. 4 cards. 4 cards that are not removal or... And that's lethal. Good game. But yeah, I guess when you have 2 morbid opportunists... That was not a deck I expected to see. Just triple Light Up the Night using Ardent Ebolus. Like, yeah, though 6/3 is not bad. I'm impressed that this deck was like draftable. This deck was draftable. Someone drafted a deck. They went through a majority of their deck. They have 12 cards left in their deck. And we have Heirloom Mirror, Moorcut Behemoth, Fameblade Aid Resistor, so that's 3. 4 cards that are not Morbid Opportunists, lands, or removal. And we went through a majority of their deck. I'm impressed that deck can exist. I'm proud of how we did. I'm also proud of the decks that I've been seeing. My gosh, that was insane. Oh my gosh. Wow. Anyways, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day.